What's happening, people? And welcome back to another episode where we break down what makes a great marketing and branding video. In this video, we're going to be looking into the Dollar Shave Club, a business that literally built itself from this video. It literally scaled up all as a result of this video going viral. And they did a couple of key things that was very important at that time when it was released, 2012, that helped it to go viral. So hopefully we're going to break those down today, and then you can start to implement some of those things in today's day and age, 2019 and onwards. So let's get into it. Now in 2012, the Dollar Shave Club was literally unknown. The market leaders was Gillette. They owned something like 72% of the market share back then. Now this club, because they were so unknown, they knew that they had to do something in order to gain attention, in order to make people realize actually they've got a quality product, but it's actually relatively really cheap compared to others in that industry. Now as a result of this video, within 24 hours of releasing this video, they had 12,000 people subscribe to their monthly subscription service, which is crazy when you think about it. That many signed up and ran to the website that the website actually froze. Their servers went down because it couldn't handle the load. Fast forward to 2016 and the Dollar Shave Club has been sold for 1 billion. 1 billion? Let that sink in. So they literally released this video when they was unknown in 2012. To the point where 2016 they sold it for 1 billion. So this clearly shows that this was the almost catapult to help them to build momentum, all as a result of a well done video. Now we're going to get into the video now and why it works so well, but that just shows the importance and the impact that a great video can have on a business. Okay, so let's get into it.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door.
Okay, so straight away, pause that. Straight away, he's explained what they do real quick. And notice how he's got like little toys and that in the background. Shows they're not taking themselves that serious.
Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great. Okay,
so back in 2012, they're dropping the F-bomb there, but back in 2012, not many people within the business industries were dropping the F-bomb. The F-bomb automatically grabs attention, especially back then when not many people are using it. Seems more common nowadays. I'm not advocating it, but a lot of people do use the F-bomb nowadays. Back then it would have grabbed attention, especially at the start of a video. It would have made people realize this isn't your standard type of video.
Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it.
Okay, so straight away it says about what the razor has actually got and the features that it's got and everything like that. And it says it's so gentle a toddler can use it. Then they've got a baby holding it, shaving somebody's head. But notice how the guy is actually reading the book, The Lean Startup. Like, that's what's interesting. He's reading the book, The Lean Startup, because they're at the startup stage. And they're being transparent with that. They're showing that they're in a little warehouse and that they're a startup. They're showing a part of the journey. And that transparency is what builds trust. And you can't sell before you actually build trust. Something that I always stress with people whenever they're doing videos. Don't try and pretend to be something that you're not. You're not. You're not something. So don't pretend, because the audience will see straight through it. They'll actually congratulate you for being something that you are and being transparent and showing them part of the journey rather than pretending that you're bigger than what you actually are. So I respect them for that, and it's a smart move.
Spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis. Okay,
so again, he's made a reference to Gillette and he's saying that don't pay $20 a month for other razors, and 19 of those dollars go to Roger Federer, who's actually one of the sponsored athletes of Gillette. Then he goes on to say, I'm great at tennis, and he swings and he misses, because he's pointing out that actually these people are saying one thing, that obviously he's using their razors, when most of the audiences know that he's just paid to use those razors, so they're lying. But he uses that in a comical way to say, like, you know, I can play tennis and he misses, which clearly he can't play tennis, which is similar to what others are doing in the industry.
And do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, pop up! Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop
Okay,
forgetting
pause
to
it
buy
there.
your blades every month.
He says stop paying for blades that you don't need and stop forgetting to get your blades every month. So those are two needs that they are looking to fulfill, and they're pointing them out to their audience, their target consumer. So those are two needs that they're talking about straight away. Keep playing.
Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you.
And then it shows how they ship them right to them, but they're using a comical twist.
We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay.
Oh, then it goes on to show
So stop
how
forgetting
they
to buy
have a
your blades
social
every month
impact
and
by
start
supplying
deciding where you're
jobs,
gonna
but they're
stack all those
using
dollar
humor with
bills
it.
I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
I know karate, I know jiu-jitsu, I drive like a gangster when I'm coming to see you, see you, see you, see you.
Okay, so it's clever, and then at the end they just seal it in the viewer's memory by leaving their motto there: shave time, shave money. Like leaving the motto and the website. So that's the perfect time to seal whatever slogan or whatever brand name or something that's catchy and memorable into the person's mind at the end of the video. And there's a specific timing for that. So why that video worked really well, in my opinion, is it looked like it was done cheaply. Although I know it wasn't. I know they paid about, I think it was $4.5 grand. Dollars they paid for that, which most of their competitors like Gillette are spending 50 grand plus for videos to get them produced. Like they literally got a cheap video because they knew someone. The owner had a friend who actually worked for a marketing company, so they got it on a cheap. And they filmed it and they purposely made it to look cheap. That was their goal. So by doing that, they was transparent in actually what they wanted to achieve with that video. There was showing that actually they're not bigger than what you think they are. They're small and they're trying to grow. They were showing that you don't need to overproduce and make a bigger tool than what's needed for their razor blades. They don't have to. And they showed that by when they cut the tape with the big machete. It's like using a bigger tool than what you need for the actual job. Like literally they were showing that in the video. So all these little things, although you're not going to pick them up on the video straight away the first time through, for different people in the audience it's going to seal the deal for them, and it's going to make them realize actually they've got a good point there, and it's selling and it's being transparent, and it's also just being real and comical. It's being like you're being as if the brand is a person rather than the brand being like, you know, a typical Gillette advert, which is like super clean, super commercial, super kind of corporate. Rather than being that, you're showing the human side to your brand, which is going to resonate a lot more with people, especially in 2012 when people are getting sick of the typical type of adverts. And these are the types of adverts that are needed in 2019 and onwards. And everybody's capable of that. That could have been realistically shot on a phone. Now, key things that I want you guys to take away from that is the importance of being authentic in your videos. Don't pretend to be something that you're not. Also, don't be scared to use humor in your videos, because humor goes a long way. The best way to build a relationship with someone is to have a bit of a laugh and a joke with someone. If your sense of humor are aligned, often more like 9 times out of 10, you're going to get along with that person because it's humor. You've got something in common. When people look for a partner, whether they're looking for a long-term partner or whatever the situation is, most people, they look at humor first. Looks is important, don't get me wrong, but humor is one of the key factors that people look into. If you can make someone laugh, then you're halfway there. As much as they purposely made this video look as if it was just done on a whim and they just turned up with a camera and just started rolling, there was a lot of planning that actually went into this. You could tell by the structure. They've literally filmed it and cut out all the fat, so they took out all the unnecessary information and just gave the audience the information that they needed to give, just to keep it short and concise. Because with comedy, it's all about timing. You can't drag things out, or you can't be like, you know, labour a point too much, because it would just go over the person's head. So with this, they did it really well. Now, what a lot of people don't know is when this video released, it continued to take off. Like, it got to the point, I think they're on 68 million views now. But it continued to take off, and it continued to bring business in way after it was produced. So it shows the impact of video and how it can have a residual impact on your business by constantly bringing money in, constantly bringing leads in, because you just keep running the ad. Like you literally just, you can keep running ads and just constantly bring money in. But then on top of that, they kept on releasing other videos which were similar in a way, as in the fact that they was using humor, it stuck to their brand tone of voice, it was consistent with what they was originally saying, and then it built them to the point in 2016 where they sold it for 1 billion. Like, that just shows the impact, and that's because everybody loved it. It resonated with males who wanted a razor because it was down to earth, it was raw, it was nitty gritty. That's the way people like it. So you've got to look at your brand tone of voice and think to yourself, how do you want to come across? Do you want to come across as a raw, nitty gritty, personal type of a business? Do you want to come across as a humorous business that uses humor? Like, all these things, they really matter. And the story structure is the most important thing for a video. So when most people say like, let's do a promo video, I cringe, because promo videos aren't the be all and end all. It has to be more than that in 2019 and onwards to really capture attention. Otherwise, you're not going to stand out. You're just going to blend in with everyone else in your industry or everyone else in the business industry. When I scroll down on our timeline, I see a promo video, I just scroll past because I'm not interested. But if it's got a story and it's something different and it's telling me some kind of new information that I would have put together with that brand, then it's going to resonate with me, and then more importantly, I'm going to remember it to pass on to somebody else. So it's something to consider. Now, hopefully you guys like that video, and make sure that you like and subscribe. And also let me know in the comments below, what did you like about this video? What stood out to you? What really like sealed the deal and made you realize actually this is totally different? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next one.